Hey everybody, today we are going to be playing Riviera Country Club, affectionately known as Riv by most golf lovers. It's in Los Angeles, California. It's the host of the Genesis Invitational, which is a tournament that Tiger Woods hosts. It used to be known as the LA Open, and it is no longer an open, which is not necessarily a good thing. I think a lot of people wanted to go back to its days of being an open tournament where people can qualify, but as it sits now, it is an invitational. But it is at the best course on the PGA Tour, aside from majors. Riviera is well known as, a top 25 course in the country, and, one of the most beloved and architecturally interesting courses on the PGA Tour. It's got the famous 10th hole, which is like the best drivable par 4 on tour, and some really cool, a Redan par 3. It's designed in, I think, the 1920s by George Thomas, who did a lot of work in Southern California, and his partner William Bell. It's the site of where they're playing this weekend. I figured I would make a video of me playing the course, kind of talk through some of the strategies to play in PGA Tour 2K21, and also that the players will be, taking in the tournament this weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and let's get right into it. All right, so this first hole here, obviously the elevated tee shot gives a lot of players trouble off the first tee. In the game, you're not quite as long as the PGA Tour players, so I thought about dropping down to hit 3-wood, but I tried to go with a soft driver instead and just hit it a little bit too far. The rough out here in the game is absolutely nasty, so try to avoid it at all costs. I didn't know that here yet, so I just clubbed one up and tried to hit it up there. I think this was maybe like a 7 or 6 iron. Left it short, no big deal. I like to play a lot of these shots as flop shots. I played this one as a flop, tried to get it all the way to the hole. It's just easier to get to stop in this game playing flop shots. Sometimes you pull them a little bit, but usually you're still within a few feet. Was not ready for the Riv greens here. This one broke way too far compared to what I was playing, but tapped in for par on that easy par 5. Feels like a bogey. If you see players this week on tour scoring 5, they're losing one to the field. Hole 2 here, another great hole. Watching the coverage yesterday, I saw Bryson bang one off of the fence to the left and got lucky. A lot of guys are having trouble getting this to the hole, but there's that bank off the right, which you could play it off of if you're in trouble, and it'll funnel back to the green. But in the game, it's really, really fast, so it'll roll off the green. A little quick on this one, but put it right next to the hole. This really showed my true colors. This looked like me putting in real life. Gave that one too much respect after the first hole. Didn't give this one enough. And I promise it gets better, guys. And I go ahead and tap in for the bogey. So 1 over through 2 feels like you are probably in dead last in the field in real life. So try to make up for it here. Smash driver into the thick rough. Lucky I played this one good. I don't like playing these pitch shots, but it just ended up being the best. Here, clubbed up a couple, aimed out to the right, let the slope kick it back to the left. Gave myself a decent chance at birdie, but with these greens, with all the slopes they have on them, it's really difficult to make birdies, but I was able to sink that one, kind of get some momentum back here. This is one of the great holes, one of the great par 3s on the PGA Tour, and just in American golf. It's sort of a Redan, which means if you land it on that right side of the green, it'll come back almost every single time, especially with how firm and fast it plays out there in LA. I decided to play a draw here, kind of give it the beans too, and it worked out perfect. like I said, these greens are so firm and fast. If you have any slope that like is going to the left, it'll funnel it that way. So I was able to make birdie here. So we got back-to-back birdies heading into this par 4 fifth hole. Put a good swing on this 3-wood here. Rolled out. This is very firm. Slopes a little bit right to left with that pin on the right. Probably should, can't remember what I did here. I think that I put a little bit of fade on it. Nope, I just hit it straight. Yeah, I think I go long here. I have a tendency with the swing as it is to hit everything at 101% power. And it's easier for me to just play it than try to change it. So I just kind of usually aim a little short and let it do its thing. This is where it comes in handy to have a lob wedge. I'm thinking about doing a what's in the bag for you guys. It comes in handy to have that lob wedge instead of the sand wedge, so you can do those flops whenever you short-side yourself, which if you know anything about golf, you shouldn't be short-siding yourself anyways, but sometimes we can't help ourselves going for these pins, especially whenever there's no consequences on a video game. All right, probably the coolest par 3. Riviera's probably got maybe the best set of par 3s on tour from a regular tour stop vantage point, but this one is incredible. Got lucky, missed that bunker and drilled that putt there. Wish I'd taken my time a little bit more there. Got a longer look at that hole, but all right, pulled this tee shot. I was quick with the driver early in this round, but we ended up in that bunker, which is sometimes better than the rough out here. This green is crazy, though. You want to make sure you get it over that ridge, which I don't think I do. Sometimes when you're in the bunker, it comes out with that very slow timing, and especially when you're trying to hit 3/4 shots or anything like that, it has a tendency to do that. You just got to be ready and hopefully take your licks, get up and down wherever you can. But there's plenty of chances for birdie in the game. Yep, and then the short putts got me again. So you'll see by the end of this video, I start playing a little bit better, and this could have been a really low round if I hadn't had so many short putts missed early in this round. So kicking myself a little bit, but it's just a video game. All right, most players are playing up this left side. In real life, they can usually get out of that branca pretty easy. It's kind of burnt out, so you can get some flyer lies, but you're not going to lose your ball down there. But was able to hit the left fairway here. It just gives you a little bit better of an angle into this green, because if you're on that right one, the green will be sloping kind of into you. So if you leave it short, that false front will catch it and kick it even further, into the branca. Whereas I missed short here and it just kicked me off of the green, where I still have a ton of green to work with, and I'm not, the hole's not way above my head at that point. Almost made that shot. It's always good to get a hole out per round. I don't think I had any in this round, but this is the 9th here. Can't remember what we are underneath or under par at this point, or if we're one under. This is a pretty straightforward hole. This pin is dirty right here past this bunker. I didn't even know how to play this. I took a normal shot with a sand wedge and just tried to let that 4-mile-per-hour wind kind of carry it and hopefully stop it with enough loft. Pulled it a little bit, but that's fine. We still got probably a 20-foot putt, maybe 15, 20-foot putt here for our birdie, and just barely missed it. But we'll tap that in. 1 under front 9, pretty disappointing. A lot of shots lost on the green, a couple loose iron shots, but we're here at the 10th, which is the coolest drivable par 4 on tour. I played the 6,800 yard tees and the tournament tees, which I think are like 73. in hopes that this would be drivable because I don't have a 330-yard driver like Dustin Johnson in real life. So luckily we were playing the up tees on this one. I was able to hit a hook driver, got very lucky. This is probably the best shot you'll see on this hole. Best shot I've ever seen on this hole. And was able to knock this in for eagle, kind of kickstart the back nine on one of the coolest holes on the PGA Tour. You'll see guys in real life kind of aim down that left side like I did, and they will hope that it cuts, and if it doesn't, they have a lot of green to work with from that left side, and it's a really cool hole to watch on TV. Right here at the 11th, par 5. The par 5s aren't super long, at least from the tees that we were playing today. Number 1 is super easy. Number 11 can be easy. You just gotta keep it on the fairway, or else you're punching out with these this long rough. Hit another crazy good shot here. That fade was working well for me. So we have another eagle shot here. Another putted eagle with a ton of break and just barely scoots by. Would have been nice to have back-to-back eagles, especially after only shooting 1 under on the front 9. But we'll take birdie. 12th hole, par 4. Pretty straightforward. This tee shot in real life is kind of intimidating because the fairway runs a little bit diagonal to where you're aiming. So it can be kind of visually intimidating, but we're playing a video game, not real life. This is a really, really good second shot. I thought this was going in for a second, but it's a little bit too much on it. The wind was, I think, at my back there, so another crazy read here. I thought it was dead straight. It ended up going just a little bit left. Should have known that no putts are straight at Riv. Another scary tee shot. This one kind of runs diagonal the other way, so you're almost forced to play a draw around those trees if you want to have a good angle, especially if that pin's on the right. Luckily, we had it on the left here, so I was trying to go up the right side of the fairway, play the angles, and worked well. We had this pin on the left. There's a crazy fall off on the left whenever this pin's over there. You can kind of get sucked into trying to go too close and get end up in that bunker down there. So playing just a little bit right and letting it come back. Oh, this is the one I thought was going in, but it didn't release. But we have an easy shot at birdie here to get to, I think, 4 under on the round. 5 under. Okay. Another crazy cool par 3. This pin is not cool, though. I don't know if they even do this pin in real life. This would be insane from this distance. But these guys are probably not hitting a 6-iron or 7-iron like I am. They're probably playing something a little bit more lofted that they can stop. But hit another really good shot here. Irons were really on the back. So, can't remember if I made this. We'll see. Almost. Yeah, these are some of the hardest greens to putt in the game. You can get on some other courses like TPC Deer Run and some of the other PGA Tour courses, and it seems like every putt is pretty straight, but not here at Riv. Especially in real life, they're POA Anna greens, so that POA grows faster than most other grass types, so throughout the day it gets longer and bumpier in spots, and you'll see the later groups in the day they'll be patting down a lot of spike marks, blaming the greens because that POA grows really, really fast and can get pretty bumpy by the end of the day. But all those West Coast courses like Pebble, Torrey, Riv, that whole West Coast swing, they all play on POA. So these players are pretty used to it by the time they get to Riv. Knock that in for par. Another par 3 here. I tried to get cheeky and use this slope on the left. Thought about using this one on the right, but didn't know if I'd get it there. So there's a slope on the left side, and I was hoping the greens were going to be fast enough to funnel it back down to the hole if I played a little bit of a cut in there. I played the shot I wanted to, but it just didn't have enough speed to get all the way down there. Still kind of fun to use the slopes around a course like they would in real life. Like every putt here at Riv, breaking like crazy, hard to read. Finally made one though. 6 under with a few holes left to go. All right, this par 5 is a little bit longer. I tried to go driver off the deck because it told me I had 90 to 94 power or something like that. So I tried to go driver off the deck, hit it good. Right here, I thought it was going to be really good, but just got caught up in that bunker, which is not bad from here if you know what you're doing, which luckily I give myself enough bunker shots to where I have some practice on these. I rolled this one pretty close and had a good look at birdie. Put these shadows on when you play these afternoon round settings, get kind of crazy out here. Still made it, but I think we're 7 under now. With 1 to go. Now this is the famous 18th. A lot of people will be complaining on TV that this doesn't have the teeth that it used to with technology. I about hoselled this one. I pulled it way left, but this hole slopes left to right, and being a little bit left, it'll kick back right, better than being right on this hole. Yeah, just one of the most classic finishing finishing approach shots with that with the famous Riviera clubhouse in the background and the hill for all the fans to sit on. It'll be weird watching on Sunday this year without the fans there to greet Jordan Spieth when he wins. We can only hope. Made this putt to get to 8 under on the round, 7 under on the back. Pretty happy with how the back 9 went, a 29. Front 9 obviously was loose. I was trying to rush. I'm gonna try not to make these videos too long, but I just kind of want to highlight some of the cool courses on the PGA Tour. And with Riviera being this week, I figured this was a good one to start out with. So if you guys enjoy watching this video, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to start playing a lot more PGA Tour 2K21. Maybe do a career mode, probably go through what's in the bag, which clubs I like, which clubs I don't like using, and just kind of give you guys some insight into PGA Tour 2K21, from a golfer's insight. I know a lot of the guys on YouTube who are doing these videos aren't golfers, so wanted to kind of give an insight on what it looks like from someone who watches a lot of golf, someone who plays a lot of golf, and hopefully can make some fun videos and create kind of a cool community here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one.